Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. One of the most popular ones that we do on the channel, the end of month review of all the defenders, midfielders and attackers. Today we're doing defenders, so we're going to do a tier list ranking all the top defenders in the game. I feel like I've included all the best ones. There might be a few icons or players missing out. If there is, feel free to ask me in the comments where I'd rank them. There's 63 players, I believe, in this video, so it's already going to take a long time. There's only so many we can include. I'm not going to spend ages on each player. Simply put, it would end up being a few hour long video if that's what I did. But we've got lots of great players in here. You can see there. It's fullbacks and centre-backs. I'm not going to be doing it where I flip between PlayStation and this today just because it would take a lot longer when it's already a pretty long video. But we will be doing that moving forward on the new promo tier list. So, I'm just going to go from left to right. Desai. I might move these about as we go on as well. Simply put, I might want to change some of them a bit. Desai, pace, that is around where the curve is right now. The top end defenders are a bit quicker. Desai with a shadow, decent pace, pretty good physical. The ability on the ball and passing is pretty poor. Not that passing's that key, but it definitely is something that separates from some of the better ones. Desai, very, very good. Probably top end of B tier. Cafu. As far as right backs go, 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Not great on the ball, but not bad. Elite defending, pretty good physical. I'm probably putting him top A tier. That could end up moving though. Is that the best Cafu? Yeah, it was. Ferdinand. This is one that you can get in the foot swaps. Pretty similar to Desai, to be honest. A little bit better passing. I think he's a bit taller than Desai. Could be wrong there. Very similar stats. Desai's a bit better physical, but Rio's a bit taller. So they're both very similar. Carlos Alberto. So Carlos Alberto, very good card, of course. Very similar to Cafu in a lot of ways. A bit better in some areas, a bit worse in others. Physicality, though, a bit better. I do think he's an ever so slightly better card, so we're going to put him just in front. Obviously, a lot of these are very opinion-based. It ends up being, a lot of the time, that it's hard to compare because a lot of people have opinions based on their experience with the player. Majority of these players in this video, I will have used at least a version of their card. A lot of these cards I've actually used, but yeah, you can't do these type of videos and have played 100 plus games of each, so your experience is going to be a bit different. You do have to bear that in mind. Okay, so for this here, we are looking at Roberto Carlos now. Just check to make sure the video is recorded. Yep, it is good. I had a bad feeling that had not been recorded. Carlos, rapid, okay passing, not very good on the ball, not the best physical compared to some of the top ones, but it's okay. I'm putting him C tier at this point. He's also very small. Maldini. Now, compared to some of the other centre-backs, he's not great on the ball, his physicals aren't great, but he just feels different in game. His defending is as good as it gets. Maldini is definitely S tier. Maldini's mid-card. Now, compared to Desai Rio, he's worse physical. He's a little bit better on the ball. A little bit better passing. Bit better defending. Slightly slower. But for me, he plays quite a bit better. Maldini's mid-card goes into the A tier. Cordoba. Not got an upgrade yet. So 5-6 games remain. Need to win. I don't know if they've been defeated or not yet. So it'd be hard for me to judge that and say, based on that, if he needs to get a downgrade or not downgrade, if he's going to be able to get 2+2 or not. But I'm sure it's based on Inter Milan. It says Inter Milan there. That was his big club. He's rapid, very good on the ball. Like the dribbling, when I say very good on the ball, I more mean so that they can turn quick to deal with through balls. The defending's cracked. He's just a bit small with not the best physical. So I'm putting him A tier. He is amazing, but he just doesn't quite stand out as much as some other players. Simply put, he's just a bit small and the physical's not as dominant. King, little slow, pretty decent on the ball though. Great physical. He's pretty similar, honestly, to like Desai and Rio. So we'll slot him in the middle there. Nemanja Vidic, top tier. Slightly slower than some of the top icons. Not icons, centre-backs. Pretty good on the ball, but not elite. Elite defending, great physical. I'm putting him top end A tier. He's borderline S tier, though. Coman, I just packed him. Nice card. Just a bit slow again. You're going to hear the same about a lot of centre-backs. Most centre-backs at this point, when you put a shadow, have near 99 defending, have high 80s to low 90s physical. They're all very, very good. But there are some things that separate them. Pace tends to be quite often one of them. His pace is so little, like it's free low, which is enough. It's putting him down to C tier. Because of the rest of the stats, he should be higher. Rudiger, not a good pace split, so it's more like he's got 82, 83 pace. Great defending, great physical, but poor on the ball. Puts him around here. Okay, Robertson. Let's speed it up a bit because we're going to be here forever if not. Robertson. Fast. Not great strength. Decent passing. Not great at the ball. Good defending. 5-star skill moves. B tier. Angelino. 4-star, 3-star. Again, not great there, but pretty good on the ball. I'm going to put him towards A tier, to be honest. He looks very good. Skriniar, another one who, if he gets upgrades, will be amazing. He's pretty cheap considering how good he can get as well, because he can go up a few levels, obviously. Bit slow at this point. Elite defending, great physicality, decent on the ball. I'm putting him bottom end A tier. He's a bit better on the ball than some of these centre-backs, which is enough to elevate him above them, in my opinion. Kanate. Pretty similar card to Rudiger in a lot of ways. Just a bit better on the ball. And defending awareness whilst good. He's not elite, so the stamina's a bit low. So I'm putting him towards the lower end of B tier. Amazing card for when he came out, though. Zanetti. Insane passing for a fullback. Very, very good defending. Average on the ball. Not elite physical. He is probably a better midfielder. I'd put him in B tier in terms of as a fullback. Atal. Absolutely rapid, this Atal. Very, very good card. Atal, you'd probably put an anchor on him, to be fair. He's already got enough pace that you don't need a full-on shadow. Helps that strength as well. Defending awareness not great, but it doesn't matter quite as much at fullback. 4-star, 5-star is great. He's a brilliant player on the ball. Good passing, good defending. I'm probably putting him bottom end S tier. Not the easiest to link in, but he is brilliant. Atal just seems cracked every time he gets a good card on FIFA. Cole, similar to a lot of the others. Okay on the ball, not great strength, but elite in other areas. Pardon me. Probably top end B tier. Kalulu, very good value this card. Very quick. Good on the ball. Defending, again, defending awareness is one of those key stats that when it's a bit lower, kind of does separate the elite from the very good. Good physical, but not top tier. His pace is enough to put him into this B tier for me, though, because his pace combined with other good stats. I mean, Lucio, we don't really need to look at him. Lucio's definitely around here. Capdevere, going to be very good. Compared to his other card, it's mostly a +2 to 3 on most stuff. Very good. He has had an upgrade, so he got the win. So, still 5 games. Can he avoid defeating all those? Probably not. But it's a very nice card already. You could go an anchor to make him really good physically. I'd probably do that, to be honest. It's pretty tight there. I've used Capdevere's World Cup card. This card, upgraded and getting +2 or 3 and everything, it's going to be amazing. But for me, it's going to be top end of A tier. Not quite as good as some of the other fullbacks. If he had the 4-5 like Atal, it'd be S tier. Marquez, pretty similar card to Ledley King in some ways, I'd say. Maybe he's a 1 pace size, so it's probably pretty similar, to be honest. Compared to like Koeman, he's just got more physical as well. That's enough to put him into the B tier in my opinion. Kyle Walker. Not a card I like this year. I actually packed him untradeable, but I'm just not a huge fan of him. I'd probably go on an anchor. He does need a bit more pace. Bad on the ball for a fullback anyway. Not best passing. Pretty solid defending. Great physical, but it's not the type of fullback I like on this game. Alba. Poor physical. Passing's not as good in vision long as you'd expect, but great on the ball. Not the best defending. Honestly, probably similar to Walker. Bit better in some areas. Like it says he's got worse dribbling, or same dribbling basis, but he is a lot better there. Varane. Just realised I forgot to put Gvardiol in this video. Gvardiol's best card would be A/S tier, so bear that in mind. I don't know how I missed him, but I remember I didn't pick him. Didn't see him and forget. Just must have gone past him when I was looking at defenders. Okay, Varane. Again, he fits into this mould of these centre-backs, but he's a little bit better than them, so I'm putting him A tier. Similar, but just got that extra pace that helps. John Stones. Pretty similar to those guys, but when I say those guys, I'm on about like Desai, King, Ferdinand, but he's a bit better on the ball and a bit quicker, so he gets pushed up. Very good centre-back. Not nice to play against. Carvajal was very good when he came out. Had potential to be amazing, but Spain choked it against Morocco. He's gone down the pecking order a bit, but he still makes this video. Chad. Guess we'll go Emre Chad. Okay, Emre Chad. Pretty quick, but the problem is that acceleration's too low. And the shadow doesn't give a great mix. So with that pace, he's more like a... I'm trying to think. More like 90 to pace, which makes him like 82 without a chem style in reality when you put the chem style on. So 82. The pace is not as good as it looks. I honestly think acceleration matters a lot this year as well. The physicality is brilliant. Defending awareness a little low, which doesn't help him. Passing and ability on the ball is brilliant for a centre-back. But the pace stops him going too high, in my opinion. Klosterman. I wish that pace didn't matter as much, by the way, guys. I wish I didn't have to mention as much, but it's just a big deal in this game. Physicality. The strength, pretty decent, but not great. There's a lot better with some centre-backs. Defending's good, but not all in the high 90s. It's mid-90s, great still, but you do have to bear this in mind. It's very fine margins when we're comparing these guys. Pretty good on the ball. I think he's low A tier. That pace is just amazing by itself. But like when you compare the defending physical there to Skriniar, quite a difference. But the pace is enough to carry him. Kimpembe, I'm going to start now, probably just very quickly looking at these. I'm realising this video's taking a long time. Kimpembe, rapid, very good stats. One of my favourite centre-backs I've used this year. Llorente, I would be using him at centre-mid. I would not use him at right-back. But if you wanted to and you've got a God squad with a Shadow, he's top tier. I'm not the best on the ball and a bit weak compared to the other fullbacks, but I'd still be putting him like low A tier as a defender. Mendy. Mendy is a very, very good one. The problem with Mendy is, though, that he's not the best stats-wise, even though he just plays well. It does matter a bit. But like he's good on the ball, but not great. Bit weak. When I say a bit weak, I mean compared to the top guys in terms of the best stats in this position. But 4.5 is massive. He's basically like that Attal card, but Attal's just a bit more well-rounded. A lot better on the ball, bit better defending, all that. Trent, pretty solid card. Elite passer, very quick. Just the physical ability on the ball's not great, so puts him into B tier for me. Romero, the 5-star barely matters. He's just too slow. It's a good card, but the pace puts him probably like top-end C tier, honestly. Davies, whilst I've put the wrong one in, we want the honourable mentions one. That's the one we want. I'd probably go to Sentinel. He doesn't need any pace, really. Defending's pretty good. Physical's fairly good with that. Pretty good passing. Rapid. Very good dribbling. Putting him into the A tier. If he had a 5-star, like Tal did, he'd probably be S tier. Nesta, too slow. Good card, and if he had 5 more pace, he'd be really good, but it puts him down into that C tier. I've tried to include a few versions of some players, ones that are quite popular. Militao, quick, good but not insane on the ball, not great strength, good defending but not outrageous. It's still it is very, very good to be fair. Probably low end A. Timber, now a card that's not the easiest to link in, but obviously got a lot of potential. Not potential. It's a very good card if you can fit him in. We've clicked the wrong Timber, so we'll do this guy. Bit small at 5'10". Not insane physical, but defending very good. I don't care about heading accuracy. The passing's great. He's one of the best centre-backs in the game on the ball. I like him. If he was a bit bigger... wrong one. If he was a bit bigger, I'd be able to put him higher. But the height, not the best physical stat stuff, do hurt him. Timber, the other one. Much better strength, but a bit worse aggression. Much worse defending awareness. It's a shame because his ability on the ball is incredible. Absolutely brilliant card, but that ability on the... Because the ability on the ball and the strength and stamina is just nutty. But that defending awareness really hurts that card, so it puts it quite low in B. Ramos, definitely a card that plays better than you'd think. The acceleration really is noticeable. The defending's crazy. Brilliant physical, good passing. Ramos is S tier. Honestly, I prefer him to Maldini or Lucio when I use them both. Absolutely love the card. Better than I expected. Like I say, when people complain about the videos saying, oh, you've not used this card, I hold my hands up and say, I'm not going to get 100% feel on some of these cards because simply put, I don't have time or coins to test every single one. I've played against lots of them. I've used nearly all of them, at least a version of them, so I get a pretty good grasp. Whereas Ramos was a card that, because I've used a lot, I got a better feel for. DeMarcus. Up there for best fullback in La Liga now. 4-3. Good physical. Looks like he's got the upgrade from 1 win. He will get the 3 appearances though. Decent chance at 2 clean sheets. So it's good, but nothing special on that card. Alaba. Chance to get very, very good based on how Real Madrid do. I can't remember who Madrid have in the next round. I feel like it's Chelsea. But insane on the ball. Physical's actually pretty good on this card. Great passing. It's just an all-round monstrous centre-back. I'm putting him up here. If he gets 1 or 2 more upgrades, he probably goes into the S tier. Koulibaly, perfect pace split. Very good card right now. The main problem with him is just a little clunky compared to some of the other guys. Stamina, no, it's not a big issue. A bit lower. He's very good, but he's probably lower end A. Virgil, we will look at his team of the year. Quite low acceleration and clunky. Stamina a bit lower than some others. Defending and the 6'4" presence, the physicality you get with Virgil still matters a lot, but still a bit clunky and slow. I'm putting him probably low end A, but I don't know. I'm going to go B, top end B, because compared to these guys, they're a lot better on the ball. I know it says 74 dribbling, but that's because of these stats. The agility and balance are what matter more at centre-back. And the problem with Virgil is that the pace split's bad, so it feels even worse, and I feel like acceleration matters more for a centre-back. Zinchenko, those 2 cards we could have done. I went for the 5-star weak foot. 5-star weak foot matters more at fullback, in my opinion. Not a great pace split, which is a shame because if he had a better pace split so he could go shadow, he'd be really quick. The rest of the card's very good. Definitely one of the best fullbacks in the Prem. I'm putting him probably like mid-A. Very good all-round card. Upamecano. Perfect pace split now, but when Bayern gets some upgrades, that pace split ain't going to be as good. But to be fair, he's so quick already. You could probably, when he gets like 87 to 89 pace, probably just put an anchor on him. Crazy physical. Defending awareness when that goes up will be really nice. Really decent on the ball as well. There's a lot of just top tier centre-backs now. I feel like there's so many cards in the A tier, but there's just that many top tier centre-backs really that it's hard to not put them there. Diaz, Still lots of cards, lots of room to get upgraded. Based on the card now, I'm probably putting him like B tier. Not brilliant on the ball, like agility and balance. Passing could do with being a little bit. It's decent, to be fair, for a centre-back. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh there. But there's plenty of room for him to get better. But long term, this card's going to be a top tier centre back. He could even push into the S tier. If Man City get those four for him, he's going to be an S tier centre back. Militao, obviously going to be top tier. He's better than all those guys. Junior Firpo. Footballer program. 5-star skills, pretty nice. 3 stars, decent enough for fullback. Solid on the ball. Decent defender, but the defender awareness is really bad. It's just a pretty solid mid-tier card. There's plenty of those now as well. Fofana, very quick. Again, potential based on how Chelsea do. One of the better centre-backs now. Honestly, not far off being S tier. Really don't like playing against that guy. Araujo, quick, but that pace split sucks again. The pace split's just really bad. That pace split, the acceleration's not great. Bit clunky. Honestly, I was never a huge fan of Araujo. He felt good when the game came out, his gold card. But I used his Path to Glory after they nerfed Lengthy, and I just wasn't a huge fan anymore. Tomori, rapid, great on the ball, elite defending, very good physical. Honestly, I'm putting him bottom end S tier. I preferred him to Vidic, preferred him to any of the guys here. I've used a lot of players. I love Tomori so much that he's getting in the S tier. If he gets team of the season, he's going to be outrageous. Hakimi's probably the best player in the game right now for his position. He's that far ahead of any other right back. It's kind of hard, really, to make an argument for anyone else. So Hakimi's going there. Saliba, very good again. Rapid, assuming Arsenal get him at least. To be fair, he might miss a few games actually because of injury, but he should get back in time to get the appearances, potentially clean sheet. Yeah, brilliant card though. Right now, probably top end of A tier. Will be S tier after 1 or 2 upgrades. Royale, 5-star, 3-star. Okay dribbling, but not great. Bad composure. Physical's really good, to be fair. Defending's pretty solid. Top end of B tier, but the dribbling stats probably hurt him a bit. Tavares. Probably going anchor. Very good on the ball. How tall is he? Yeah, 6 foot's pretty nice. Great weak foot. Very good strength because you can put an anchor on him. Defending just hurts with it. That interception defender works a bit low. The passing's a bit meh. So there's enough issues I'm putting him to B. Virgil's obviously going to be S. I think he is the best centre-back right now, still above these guys. Marquinhos. Marquinhos is annoying because if he gave him more pace, he's insane. 5-star weak foot's nice, but it's just not a huge deal at centre-back. He just needs a bit more pace, a bit more physicality. I still think he's in line with these guys around here. And once he gets a team this season or something, he'll be brilliant. He just defends well. He always has that Maldini type effect, I find. Cancelo, really good. Not great physical though. Good on the ball, good everywhere else. I just think the physical stop him really pushing too high. If he had more physical, he would be bordering S tier. Theo Hernandez, looking at his World Cup card. We've got his World Cup and his team of the year. His team of the year is obviously going to go up there. I'd put him as the worst of the team of the year defenders, even though he's obviously insane. This one, not a mile off, honestly. His other card, just not as juiced in the technical areas. Not great at the ball out, not great passing. Puts him probably bottom end of A. The Diego Dalot to finish us off. Good card. Really liked him, especially when he came out 3 months ago maybe now. He was brilliant when he came out then. Probably top 3 right back in the game when he came out. Still good. Very well-rounded, but not elite enough in any particular area. So he probably goes mid-B tier. As you can see, out of all these cards, I didn't really think any were D tier. I thought every one of these is very good. These are probably the ones that really stand out to me. I think there's not as many good left-backs. There are good left-backs, but not S tier. Yeah, What do you guys think? Let me know your opinions, if you agree with me, if you'd rank any of these different. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.